How weird is it to be on the other side of this? I feel like it's weird for you.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I like when people ask me, but it's definitely like, oh my God, like people want to hear from me. Like I'm usually making it about my guests, which, it's just different.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you have to know you're such a staple to the Big Brother community, the reality TV community now. You've done like so much. You've done traders now, the exit interviews. Have you done any Survivor exit interviews? I don't know if I've seen you do any.
Yeah, funny enough, I used to cover Survivor.
Yeah.
What was the I call it covered Island of the Idols. I covered 42. I covered it for a few years at Us
Okay.
Weekly, but it wasn't video. It was mostly phone or interviews, and it was fun, but I kind of just got burnt out because I was also, it was a lot. So I
Yeah.
stopped, but I will be covering it again.
Oh,
So I'm
good.
excited.
Okay, good. That was one of my questions. Oh my gosh. What a day. First of all, the Survivor 50 cast release. That's
Hmm.
crazy, crazy day. We'll get to that in a second. I just had a question. My first question. I'm trying to ask like all the Big Brother people like how they got cast because you know all their stories are so totally different.
Yep.
You weren't on Big Brother yet.
Never.
But I know we all want to see it. But can you tell us how like you got into entertainment journalism?
Yeah, sure. I
Okay.
went to school for journalism and I wanted to work at magazines, but they sort of started folding when I graduated. So I switched to like digital media and just writing. And to be
Mhm.
honest, I wrote for free for a long time because like no one was paying anything. Not to say we still get paid like a lot, we don't, but yeah, I was writing for free for a bunch of websites. Some of them don't even exist anymore, but I was covering TV. Like TV was my beat. I wanted to be a TV writer. I wanted to work on a show. Like I was really into TV. And then, as my career went along, I sort of um got more into managing this and editing and stuff. And so like I was writing less and I just missed it. And I missed covering like more reality TV. And so that's why I started the podcast because I was like, if my career is going to go in a little bit a different direction, I still
Mhm.
want that creative outlet to talk about reality TV and of course Big Brother and everything. So that's kind
Yeah.
of what happened.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it really has turned to like online podcasts. Podcasts for sure are just like
Yep.
the thing. Everybody's got one.
I know. Anytime I
I
pitch
don't,
someone, I'm like, I have a podcast. It's
yeah,
groundbreaking. I know.
yeah. I don't even like to say that I have one because I don't like consider this a podcast. It's just my YouTube page. Like I just talk to people if I can.
Good for you. Yeah, I mean, I actually, yeah, most of my viewership, to be honest, comes through YouTube anyway. So like,
Right.
it is kind of weird to call it a podcast because I
Yeah.
agree. I'm more like interviewing, right?
Yeah, yeah, you are. Speaking of interviewing, the people who don't know who Sharon Tharp is I'm sure is a very small amount of people, but she covers all the Big Brother exit interviews. So I wanted to know what are those like, first of all, because I'm sure they're very fun. And how do you like prepare for that? I'll ask the first. You can answer that first.
Yeah, yeah. Um, the Big Brother exit interviews are fun. I think people don't probably realize how stressful they can be if it's, you get 5 or 10 minutes, depending on. Sometimes you'll get 15, but then you have like five people on the call with you. It's not just you and the contestant. There's publicists, people from CBS or Peacock, whatever the show is. Making sure the contestant's not saying anything they're not supposed to, making
Mhm.
sure my questions aren't out of line, wrapping up because they have back-to-back interviews all day. And so there's a lot more that goes into it.
Yeah.
Um, but it's fun. I would say like once it gets to the jury phase, at least for Big Brother, we all know that I have to send questions and the
Mm.
questions are asked by production. And I think it's frustrating sometimes. I think people don't realize like they can cut my questions. Like they have authority to like change the wording and stuff. And so sometimes people are like, why didn't you ask this? And I'm like, no, I did, but it just wasn't asked. And so those things are a little frustrating, but it comes with the territory. So it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot that is we don't see. Oh my God, that's funny. That's so funny. The jury questions. I always see there's other people like Kat Dunn, for instance. She does some exit interviews too. You guys just send them in. It's so funny because they're like, oh, when I get them on my notifications, they're like, how are they talking to them? How can they be talking?
I
I'm like, they're
know.
not, guys. They're not. They're just talking to production. They're just reading the questions. It's not that serious.
Yeah, I still get YouTube comments like, wait a
Yeah,
minute, I thought they were in the house still. And I'm like, or jury. I'm like, oh God. I was like,
yeah.
how do you find my YouTube page if you don't know how this works?
Right? Like,
But
what are you doing here?
yeah, who is she?
Can you share your most memorable exit interview?
Oh man.
There's
Oh
so
God,
many
this
you've
is
done.
so hard.
I know. I don't have easy questions. I know.
I know, and also like I'm not good at picking favorites or like
Hmm.
it's so hard. But I think one of the memorable ones for me was Taylor when she won.
Yeah.
Not necessarily an exit interview, but I don't know. I felt like a lot of emotion interviewing her. I felt like she had a really hard season, and the whole story of that season and the finale and how she performed in her speech, I thought was like amazing. And I just was super happy for her. So that was like a memorable one for me. I also was like about to go to the party. So I'm like rushing and like it's always fun, just like on finale night. It's like a lot of and even during Big Brother 22, I know everyone hates that season, but like
Mm.
it was tense that finale night. Like Nicole was obviously upset, rightfully so. I get it. You know, they're just sort of unwinding from things, but they
Oh
haven't
yeah.
had a chance, especially on finale night. Like Nicole probably had like an hour. She gets like a rundown of like, here's everything you need to know. Here's your talking to. You're still crying because you're upset. Here you go. And they just kind of like, and it's hard. Like I
Mm.
feel for the contestants. And so like those moments as like, you know, a reporter, journalist, whatever, are more difficult because I want to show empathy, but also ask good questions, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I understand that. Oh my gosh. That must have been an interesting one because, yeah, she was in the fields.
yeah, and I get it.
Yeah.
Like she worked hard that season too, and it
Yeah.
just yeah, it was tough.
He wanted to make sure he won.
I know. I'm trying to think who else. Like it's obviously during BB 24, it was a little difficult with all the bullying and the kind of like nasty
Mm.
comments about Taylor. So those exit interviews weren't as fun because I felt
Yeah.
like I had to hold people accountable and I not that I didn't want to, but I just that's not the fun part of the job for us, right?
Mhm.
Like it's not like
Right.
we go into this like gotcha, you're an asshole. Like, you know, I don't like that personally. That's not my brand. I prefer to like actually get into the game and like
Yeah.
the fun stuff and the strategy. And it's like when we have to talk about stuff we all should have learned as a child about how to treat other people, that's just not my favorite thing. But you know,
You're right. Well,
comes with the job.
yeah, I like your system and how you do it. You're the first person I go to when I see the eggs interview. So
Thank you, Steph. I appreciate
you're welcome.
that.
Oh my gosh. And then I talk about you to like my boyfriend and stuff. I'm like, Sharon Tharp posted this. It's happening. He's like, who? What? I'm like, you don't understand. You don't understand. It's happening. She posted it.
That's hilarious. I mean, to be honest, like I don't like the Big Brother community and the reality TV community is big, but it's also small. And so like,
Mm.
you know, no one even in my real life people that don't watch reality TV are so confused sometimes, like especially on Instagram because I have a mix of like just regular friends and
Mhm.
some social media like Big Brother fans. And so when I post about like Big Brother and stuff, like when people thought I was on the cast last year, everyone
Yeah.
was like, my friends are like, "What is going on?" And I'm like, "It's hard to explain." You know, I'm sure it's hard to
Oh
explain
yeah.
even for you when you're like explaining what Big Brother is. People are like,
Yeah.
"What?" So it's just funny. The whole thing's
And
funny.
it's so niche, and it's like you explain it, and then you can't even. What do you show them? Are you going to show them Janky World? Are you going to show them the like? I really don't know what It's so unserious of a show.
Yes, yes, and it sucks because it's like I get the criticism of the show too, but we've been watching it for so long. We
Hmm.
embrace the campiness a little bit. You know, we
Yeah.
don't. They obviously don't take it as serious as like Survivor or probably Traders, but you know, there's good and bad. I can't hate on Big Brother. It's my first sort of love, I guess you would say. So
Yeah. Well, you just led me into my next question. I love when that happens. When
perfect.
did you start covering Big Brother, and were you always a fan?
Always a fan. Just like a lot of people watched it with my family growing up. My grandmother watched it. She got us into it. Survivor as well. So you know, Amazing Race. I've watched them all since the beginning. My family's still obsessed with it. We have a family pool every summer.
Oh, that's cool.
Um, yeah, but and then I started. So I started watching from the beginning. I started watching feeds in season 11. I remember that, which I was bummed about because I wish I watched feeds in season 10.
I know.
Because that was great.
Missed it by
Uh,
one.
one. And then I started covering it professionally a little bit in season 12. I remember, yeah, Rachel Hayden. Yeah, that
Mhm.
season. And then up until I want to say 14, because I remember I interviewed Dan after he dropped, or dropped. What am I saying? He lost. I was
Yeah.
thinking because I also
He dropped
interviewed
the
his
ball. I
wife.
mean,
He dropped the ball that season. But yeah, so I covered it for a few years and then sort of life gets in the way. I stopped covering it. Also, Big Brother 15, as much as
Oh
I
yeah.
love Andy, I'm not mad that I didn't cover that season because it
Yeah.
sounds like a lot.
Yeah, Andy's
So
the gem
yeah.
in that season.
Yeah, I always feel for him because it's just
Mm,
like I don't I don't know necessarily like they blacklist a whole season. I think that's probably not true, but
mm,
I don't think they think about bringing people back from certain seasons, and
mm.
it sucks because I think Andy, you know, should get more credit than he does.
Yeah, agreed. Um, so speaking of like you like Andy, what are your top I don't want you to get in trouble though. What are your
Yeah.
top three Big Brother players? Like based on like moves and stuff, you know what I mean?
I
Not
mean,
personally.
yes, of course. I always try to differentiate. Also, like
Right.
sometimes I'll be like character because sometimes I don't want to say like that's someone's whole personality. I don't know. It's tricky to be like
Yeah.
person or character.
Yeah.
Dan is my number one.
Mhm.
I don't think that's like a shock to a lot of people, and I know a lot of people think that, and that's fine. But always loved Dan. Just like yeah, I think the most impressive thing to me is what I'm incapable of doing, and that isn't controlling my emotions. Like sometimes I just need to vent, and I just feel like Dan was so good at just keeping his mouth shut. People would yell at him, call him Judas, call him whatever, and he just could keep it in. And that's,
Yep.
I think, a very underrated skill that a lot of people don't have. And I still love people like Josh who don't do that and are more like me, or like, no, I need to tell you right now how I feel.
Yep.
But love Dan, love Josh. Like so many of my friends now, like it's
I
tough.
know. Not friends, Sharon, not friends.
Not friends. Of
Just
course,
kidding.
Dr. Will. Like, I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, Sharon," like everyone says these, but I
Well,
don't want to lie. These are my favorite
yeah.
players. And I've said this before, so this might be repetitive for someone who might listen to my podcast, but like someone like a Nicole Franzel, like
Yeah.
I don't think I appreciated her in the moment. Like I loved her in 16, and then when she came back, I didn't love her game. But like looking at her sort of resume as a whole, very impressive. And so she's someone that like, I think your opinions can change of people as the years go on, as we see
Mm,
different seasons, as you rewatch a season.
mm,
And so, my favorites can ebb and flow. And I think, someone like Nicole, of course, I appreciated more probably later on, especially after Big Brother 22. I was like looking at her whole trajectory was cool. And then of course Reindeer Games was fun.
yeah.
Um yeah, there's so many. I mean,
That's
Taylor,
a good top
Xavier,
three.
Josh. I mean, wait, who am I missing? There's so many. Okay, yeah, it's tough.
No, you said Dan, Dr. Will, and Nicole Franzel. Those are good top three. I think so.
Probably, yeah. I would say
People
that.
can hate if they want. Oh well. And it changes too. It
Okay.
changes for me all the time.
And I
Um,
think everyone should have different opinions. Like it's
right,
okay that we all don't like the same people.
right. And everybody has different boxes that they check. So it's like, whatever.
Exactly.
So as someone who knows about the show and like the production side of it, what are you hoping to see like this new season and like for the house guests?
I mean, I feel like I'm beating the same drum. I don't hate the show. I try not to criticize the show every podcast, every second, because I do think that gets like tiring. And at the
Yeah.
end of the day, like, not that we have a ton of influence on production, like the casual fans are a whole other fan base.
Mm,
But I just don't like to shit on the show too much because I want it to stick around. Like it's still
hmm
a show that I love, but I do think it's fair for us to criticize some of the pieces of the game or pieces of the show that we don't like. And, for me, I think, for example, AI Arena, I thought that was a great twist. I thought it livened up the eviction show, which sometimes can be a little boring, especially if we know who's going home and it's like sort of a foregone conclusion. But that was I hope they bring that back. I feel like they would. But so that I would hope. I like casting twists. I don't love the game twists and the Pandora's box of it all, like the sort of luck stuff. Like I think it's fine to put it in there, but I love sort of casting twists. Those were my favorite, right? Like
hmm
the early seasons casting twists, exes, twins, like whatever.
hmm
Um, love that. I love what else? What would I want to see? I mean, on the show, I've said this before, and I know this is such a common complaint, but like, I don't need to see every second of the competition. Like, I think we can sprinkle more strategy and also more
Yep.
relationships. Like these people,
Yep.
and listen, my mind immediately goes to Izzy because like she was so under edited on the show and
Oh
such a
my
staple of
God.
the feeds, and I was so like, what a wasted opportunity, right?
Yep. Yep. Oh, Sharon, talking to my family who want that. All right, my family are casual viewers, and it's
Okay,
I say my family, it's literally my aunt and my cousin. They just watch what's on TV. Oh my God, they had no idea. I was like, "Is he? Oh my gosh!" They're like, "Really? I don't get it." I'm like, "Let me send you a compilation online because you need to see." And luckily, we
exactly.
had that, but yeah, it sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I get it. There's like a lot of characters, but I just think when you have someone as electric as her, like you
Yes.
gotta show her more. And I do think we're gonna see sort of a different side of Izzy on Amazing Race, which I'm really excited about. So
Oh gosh. When I got that, when you released that, that was like, oh, I was so happy.
yeah, no, I mean, like I know people aren't gonna like kind of shit on the cast a little bit, and same thing with Survivor, which I'm sure we could talk about, but
Yeah.
there are shining moments and everything, and like seeing Izzy come back, I feel like she deserved a second chance. Now I still think she
Mhm.
deserves a second chance on Big Brother, but I liked that they picked some people that maybe they underserved in their original
Yeah.
season. So yeah.
Yeah. I like the cast. I get people are probably gonna say what they say, but no, I was happy with it. A lot of the people I talked to here, and I'm like, oh, cool. So that
I
worked out.
yeah, like we're still getting Big Brother people. So to me, I'm
Yeah.
happy. Would I have wanted maybe whatever, but like it's a budget thing, to be honest. It's a budget and
Mm-hmm.
it's a timing thing. And I'm okay with them saving it for like something that's never gonna happen, which is a winners or a legend season. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Yeah. My last thing on Big Brother 27, and then we'll go to the Survivor cast. Do you think, or do you hope that there'll be returnees?
I don't think there's gonna be returnees. And I'm okay with that. What season are we? We're at 27 now.
27?
I'm like, Jesus. We haven't so 22nd, 20, we're 5 seasons out.
Yeah.
I think see, part of me now the Survivor is like affecting because I'm like, if they
Oh
don't do
yeah.
any returning players, then when you get to 50 or a big milestone, like it's all new players. So I don't love that. Like if they want to sprinkle in, even though we all know they go far and have a really big advantage, it's like so tricky. Um, So, but I'm happy. I'd be happy if they just held out to 30 and really went hard on like season 30 and like brought a
Yeah.
bunch of people back or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like they should do something similar to Survivor where they hype it up and like people know.
I mean, I'm so happy they released the cast when they're leaving today because, you know,
Yeah.
obviously NBC, Peacock, all these other shows are doing it. And I had mentioned to CBS like to try to do it for Amazing Race. They didn't, and obviously got leaked as we all knew it would. So I do
Yep.
think going forward, if they're gonna do replaying or a returning player cast in any way, it is smart to
Mhm.
just do it when they leave. Cause like hype it
Yeah.
up, let it linger. It's fine. It's a year out, I know, but like it's better than the rumor mill. And then I don't
Hmm.
know, maybe we can avoid I try to avoid spoilers, to be honest, on these
I
shows,
do
so,
too.
yeah.
I don't know who won the Amazing Race. I know like a couple people got cut when they first started doing it, and I was like, all right, well, I got to mute it now. I can't. I don't
Yeah,
want to know because I want to watch it. I want to enjoy it. These are my Big Brother people.
exactly,
Um,
and if we're covering it, we don't wanna know every fucking thing that happens.
right, right. Hello, we're covering
Mhm,
it.
mhm.
um, so Survivor 50. Okay, what do you think of this cast, Sharon?
I think okay, so there's something in this reality TV community, if someone says one thing, everyone else kinda wants to say the other sometimes, so, like, for example, I remember
Okay.
when Got to Get Out, I watched the screener, and
Hmm.
I just tweeted that it was like one of the worst screeners I had seen. And people assumed it was about Got to Get Out. And it was. And there was just something about that show I love the cast. I thought it was great casting. I just didn't love the format. I thought it was the same thing every episode. But everyone was
Hmm.
like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." Like who said it was bad? And I'm like, I think people just like being the opposite sometimes.
Right.
But they also like bandwagoning. I don't know. We're a complicated community. Um, but going back to Survivor 50, yeah, like shit, where was I going with this? About oh, I don't want to poo-poo it so much where everyone is like on Twitter being like, this is a terrible cast. Right. I don't
Hmm.
want to I think there's shining moments on this cast.
Hmm.
I agree with most of the community saying it leans to new school. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what the vision is here. You had people like Rob Sesternino, you had who, you know what I mean? Like he's a staple in the
Yeah.
Survivor community, was one of the biggest personalities early on. You had people in the mix that got dropped that I'm just like, I don't understand. Like Jerry, like Abby Maria,
Right.
these are electrifying television characters. But but then I don't want to shit on the new era people. They deserve it. I want them to, be I want to be happy for them. But yeah, no, I think we all wish there were 5 people from before, what, season 20 was it? And then
Hmm.
no one from the 20s. It's just a little
Right.
like, what? Who made these decisions?
It is like leaning more towards like the modern era fans, but like we've been here since day one. Like, hello, give
And
us the
and
people we want to see.
And to be honest, like if Survivor is trying to really bring in a new audience, or the audience that maybe fell off, you need to bring in some old school players because maybe they didn't watch the new era yet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so I didn't really understand that logic. And to me, it's like, I don't think, and listen, I freaking love some of these characters, like, but I don't know if we need 3 people from the same season. Like, I just don't think that's,
Yeah.
one, fair, and 2, necessary. Like, I know they're hard cuts to make, but give other seasons a chance. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. And just from last season, there's three of them, right? Is that what you're talking about? The three of them?
Yeah, and like David versus Goliath, there are 3 though. I do think they're
Oh,
all big
that's right.
characters, and I love all of them, so it's like hard for me
Yeah.
to say. But yeah, even like last season, I know people didn't like it. I enjoyed it to a certain extent. Do I
Hmm.
think we need to see them right away? No. Like I didn't really understand the winners either. Like, have winners on or don't, but like just having Dee and Kyle, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't really understand. And again, nothing against them. I like them both, but
Hmm.
it just seemed like some of the decisions were confusing. I don't know how you felt. Like, Camilla was an
Yeah.
underdog. She lost for sure. Have her back. But yeah, like 3 of them. I don't know. It
I
was
was
tough.
thinking, so when they were announcing it on Instagram, I was thinking it was going to be one person from every season. All the seasons they were putting there, like a player has been selected. So I'm like, oh, it's one person from like every season,
Mm,
or how
yeah.
many seasons they can do, but not three, like you said, not three from each season. That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
and like I it sucks because like I love Sari, I like Ozzy, like I will never say no, I don't want to see them, but I
Mhm.
also understand the players that like say, do we need to see them 5 times? Like, I get both sides
Mhm.
of it essentially. I don't know
Yeah.
how you feel.
No, I agree completely. I agree, and it is definitely it's an unfair advantage too, having them all know each other
I
like that,
mean,
just playing the game. Like,
Saria's a pro, so she's either, like
yeah.
she's a reality TV pro, she's a Survivor pro. Yes, she has never won, but she's a mastermind of the game.
Oh my
So,
God. What was the season that she literally I just watched it because I am a new fan. I'm a new Survivor
oh, are
fan.
you?
I am, Sharon. I literally just got into it. Lauren Ashley Beck.
Mm-hmm, of course.
Okay. Yeah, so we talked. I was watching her season, and she does what I do, but like to the max. Like she literally does everything.
Yeah.
So we kind of got together when we both covered traders. And so we were talking online, and I was like, "Oh, I'm starting to watch Survivor." And I was asking her what season she was on, and so I watched her season, and she's like, "Oh, it's a little controversial." I'm like, "Girl."
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, yeah, and so I've been going back, and I've watched probably like, I don't know, 20 seasons now. But
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So even I
That's
still don't know like a lot of them. Yeah.
well, since a lot of them are from the same seasons, you could just watch those. In the last
Yeah.
week, I've watched 46 and David vs. Goliath in the last week. So,
Oh,
I mean, I've seen them. I
yeah.
season 46 was the only season I skipped in real time because I just was so busy. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't really need to watch this, do I? And then I was like, well, no, now I do. So
Mm-hmm.
watch that this week. And then David vs. Goliath is just like like, have you watched that one yet?
Yes. Oh, I love Mike
It's a
White.
fun one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Angelina is one of my favorite people,
Oh
like
yeah.
ever.
Oh, Jeff
Natalie.
Probst. Jeff Probst releasing the announcing it, and he said, "Still looking for that jacket." I was
Yes.
dying.
Wait, so Natalie's on Instagram right now. I mean, her family or whoever's posting for her. And she
Oh
like
yeah.
posted all the jackets she's trying on to
Stop.
bring. Yeah.
Stop. Oh my God. Yeah, that was a really, really good one. I have to say, I think I went back and I watched all the good ones. You know what I did that should not you should never do? I
Well,
watched the winners one.
it's hard not to. I mean, if you were already probably
Yeah.
spoiled, it doesn't necessarily make a
I
big
don't
difference. I
I'll
mean,
still watch it. The thing is, it's like I can know who won and still watch it and enjoy it
yeah,
because
I've
it's
done
the
it
journey.
before.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, so who from this cast are you rooting for?
Uh, oh my gosh, can I bring the cast up real quick?
Yeah, do it.
Definitely Angelina because I just think
Yeah.
as a character, I'm just like obsessed with her. I don't know, she knows this.
Oops. Yeah, she is
Like
fun.
Colby, I don't know why we're here. Definitely Suri. I mean, I'm definitely
Yeah.
Suri. Any of the old school people are fine. I'll root for, but I don't need to see Colby win.
Yeah.
I love Aubrey. I do love Aubrey. I didn't realize Aubrey has played 4 times already. Is that correct? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's what he said.
But I was a big fan of her. I'm really happy to see Chrissy Hoffbeck get a chance. I feel like she was sort of overdue. Angelina, Mike, Devins. I like Devins. I know people. I don't know. I feel like there's a mixed reaction. And then in the new era, yeah, I feel like they're old school people that I'm rooting for. But in the new era,
Yeah.
I mean, probably Camilla, just because I just really liked her last season. I don't
Yeah.
know.
She was the whole
Um,
season.
and she's so smart, and she knew
Mhm.
similar to a Dan Giesling, in
Mhm.
the sense that I'm not saying they're exactly the same guys. I'm just saying she does have the ability to hold her emotions in. She doesn't need to be the person like at the forefront being like, I'm doing this move. Like an Angelina
Mhm.
on her season was like, I want credit for this move and I'm going to make this big flashy thing at Tribal. And Camilla wasn't like that because she didn't feel the need. She had to. She was doing enough that I mean, she would have to explain it at the end.
Mhm.
But she impressed me. Like I really liked her. So would love to see her do well. Yeah.
Same. Yeah, she was good. So should they just cancel season 49?
I feel bad for the people that go on the season right before. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it'll be fine if they continue to hype up Survivor in general.
Yeah.
Ahead of 50, maybe it'll give 49 a boost a little bit, but it sucks. I also
Mm.
we haven't seen it, but do we need 2 people from that season? Also, Steph, 24 players in 26 days. How is
Is
this
it
gonna work?
26 days? It's 26
Yeah.
days for sure. Oh my
Uh
God.
I don't know if it is for sure, but it has to be. Jeff said it they weren't going back. So
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Yeah, that's ridiculous. What are they gonna do?
double evictions ever,
I
I
get
don't
I
know.
yeah. It's a triple. They put it up on the screen.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. And I'm actually excited to talk to the old school players who are now gonna play a 26-day game and see the
Oh
comparison
yeah.
and what they say.
Yeah.
Uh,
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see like what we've all voted for, like what makes it in. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it was probably easy to decide. Like, I if they don't do a live finale, for example, like that is rigged.
Right.
I don't know. Like, there's
Yes, yes, I
don't even
agree.
ask us, Ben.
That's the
Don't even ask
question.
us.
Yeah. That's like a no-brainer, right? That is rigged if it is not.
But I'm
um uh,
not like a conspiracy theorist. Just putting it out there.
no, no, but seriously, really. So are there any other reality shows that you're watching right now or you're covering?
Um, covering. I mean, I watched Destination X that
Yes.
premiered last night. Our friend Josh is on it. I talked to him. I think you
Mhm.
talked to him too, didn't you?
I talked to him yesterday. Yes. I was
Yes.
so happy to
Okay.
talk to him. Yeah.
Love Josh.
Love him.
Spoiler alert. Like, skip ahead if you
Mhm.
haven't watched. But he goes out first, which I know is really tough on him. So bummed to see
Yeah.
that. But I was watching that. I watched Got to Get Out. I watched. What's that other one coming up? I don't know. There's a couple.
Yeah, there's like all
Um,
different. Oh, the snake.
The Snake. So I
Yeah.
will tune into all those. Now, will I cover them? No. I like to cover them a little bit, especially if we know someone on it or if
Yeah.
in the reality TV community. Um, but no, I'm just gearing up for BB27. I'll definitely
Mhm.
cover Amazing Race and Survivor. And then, of course, going back to Traders, always cover Traders. But other than that, like I do watch a lot of reality TV. Like I watch Summer House, you know, Southern Charm, Below Deck, Top Chef, a lot of Bravo.
I was gonna say
Um,
you a Bravo girly.
I am, except I don't have time to watch all the Housewives. I think that's a little bit of an undertaking for someone who
Yeah.
watches Big Brother.
Yeah.
We're busy during the summer. I don't know when Housewives airs, but I
Yeah.
try to catch as much Bravo as I can because I do like those shows. But
Yeah.
yeah, what else do you watch? I'm curious.
Um, I well, all the same things. I
Okay.
like my like my little like HBO shows that aren't reality too. But you know what I'm really excited to see? Because I'm from
What?
Rhode Island. I'm from Rhode Island, so I don't know if you know that Real Housewives of Rhode Island is being made. So
Yes,
I've never ever ever seen any of the housewives. I got into like Phaedra, and so I'm
of
interested to see
course.
see like the cast for Rhode Island. That'll be fun. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to cover Atlanta back in the day. So I actually did know
Okay.
Phaedra and I did know some housewives. But you're right. Like maybe I'll start Housewives on like a new franchise and see how it
hmm
goes or something. I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
know what I have been binging? My sister, so me and my sister have an age gap. She's 18. I'm
Oh
31.
wow.
Yeah, so it's a big age gap. But she's really, really into Love Island, and I really wanted to get into it like back in the day. But I watched it with her, and the guy who talks, the narrator, turned me off. I was like, "This is so corny."
Oh.
You think Big Brother's corny? I thought he was so corny. I had to shut it off. But I've been
Actually,
binging it, and it's so good. Season 6, I'm on. I'm on episode 20. I'm
oh.
obsessed.
And now is this the US version or the
Yes,
UK?
with
Okay.
Janae
Ariana?
and I don't. Yes, Ariana.
So I don't watch. Obviously, I've seen clips and stuff, but
Yeah.
actually you made such a good point. The people that say Big Brother is cringe, fine, fair.
hmm
I cannot watch personally. It's really hard for me to watch like any dating shows. I've
Yes.
watched a few seasons of The Bachelor, but you know, Love is Blind, Love Island. I'm romantic, like I am, but like
Yeah.
watching people on TV, like it makes me, I get secondhand embarrassment. So it's hard
I
for me.
skip. This is me when they make out. I'm like,
Yes.
because I'm there for the drama. It's the drama is good.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But no,
Mm.
I don't want to. I don't want to watch you make out. No, thank you.
Or say like I love you after like a day. I'm like, see you
Yeah.
though.
Oh my God. Sharon, is there anything else that you have like going on that you want people to like know about or where they can find you, your podcast, anything like that?
Of course. So you can find me at exclusively pod is all my socials. But it's called The Exclusive with Sharon Tharp on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. I cover reality TV. You know, I drop some random interviews here and there, but primarily reality competition shows. And yeah, I'm just excited about Big Brother coming up. Plan to do a lot of coverage this season. I love doing my long form interviews, talking to sort of players we haven't heard from in a minute. So I'll be continuing to do that and just yeah, just excited. And stuff. I need to take a lesson in TikTok from you because I don't know what I'm doing on TikTok.
Stop. I fell into it because I don't even know what I'm doing either. I swear.
No, you're a
I
pro. You're a pro.
I don't
I was
know
like,
how.
I need to ask for her advice because like not that like I do have someone helping me do social media, but
Yeah.
TikTok's just like on a whole other beast. Like it really isn't just like oh you could just post. Like I don't know. You have to be more strategic and so
Yeah.
I need to take
Post
some
at nine
lessons.
o'clock. Post at 9 o'clock at night. That's my tip I'll give you.
Okay,
I
good
don't
to
know. It
know.
works for me. I don't know.
No, you're killing it. What do you like? Tell me about like what are you doing this summer? Are you going to cover Big Brother
Yeah.
extensively?
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last year. I might do like the YouTube. I don't know if you saw me do like little YouTube kind of like I talk and then I show the clips and then I talk and then I show a
I
clip.
like that.
Yeah. So I because it keeps them entertained. You don't want to just see me yapping. But so I think I'll do that. I don't know if I'll do it like every day. It's kind of a
It's a
lot.
lot.
I got 2 kids. So
Listen, any moms out there, not again, I have nieces, totally different, but like I
yeah.
do not know how you have full like it is so difficult when
Yeah.
I'm just watching them and they're like, I'm trying to tweet or like write, and they're like, so props to the moms. Don't know how you do
Uh
it.
thanks, Sharon. But yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm gonna be doing the same stuff. Live feed stuff, everything I can. You know
Well,
those little
congrats on
like
everything. You're doing great.
thanks, Sharon. Thank you so much. I aspire to do what you do. I wanted to ask you personally, when does like your panic go away before interviews? Because I'm
Um,
like my palms are sweating. I'm like, girl, when is this gonna end?
honestly, honestly, it still lingers sometimes. It depends on who it is. Of course, if you're more
Yeah.
comfortable with someone and interviewed them before, but like I've definitely been sweating for
Yeah.
interviews and like over prepare. Over preparing is my favorite thing, but then under sort of I like to over prepare, but during the interview, just let it flow and not be like
Mhm.
so stringent in my questions. But yeah, no, it gets easier, but you know, you'll always still have like some nerves depending on who you're
Yeah.
talking to.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you for talking with me. This was so much fun.
Anytime, anytime. Let's talk Big
Oh,
Brother this summer for sure.
yes, yes, let's get together, yeah, and we can do, like, a TikTok live, I can teach you the
Oh my god,
ropes.
yes, teach me.
Okay, although you might need Jag for the TikTok live battles, but,
I will not be battling. Jag, do not call me. I'm not
No,
good at that. No, thank you.
no.